welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle, and man, I have made it no secret that I disdain the modern iteration of Wizards of the Coast. Not just for what they've done to Magic, but also for what they're doing and have done to Dungeons & Dragons. And I can't wait to go over this article. 2 articles, in fact. I think I'm going to wrap 2 articles into one, because I want to see what my opinions are on... First of all, I've not read either of these, just like always. I go in it blind so I can give my open and honest, out-the-gate discussions with you guys, my first opinions. But best-selling Magic products of 2022. Let's take a look at this, because for a long time, Hasbro Wizards of the Coast stock was down, and I hope that's reflected in the numbers. This year has been a banger for Magic, with Wizards of the Coast giving players more new sets and supplementary products than ever before. That's not a banger. That's part of what's killing it. All the fans are upset because they keep releasing new stuff with no recovery time in between. Collectible card games are an expensive habit. People aren't following and buying. Talk to any local game shop, any retailer, and no, this has not been a banger year, but in the spirit of 2022, the year with the most Magic, we're going to look at the best-selling cards and products sold here at Card Kingdom in the past 12 months. Well, I'm going to skip the cards part. I don't care about the best-selling cards. I care about the products. Oh my goodness, best-selling products. Alright, out the gate, best-selling sleeves, Dragon Shield mats. Of all Magic products, your first thing is sleeves. I actually bought some of these sleeves literally for a tournament like last month. But, best-selling deck box, Eclipse Pro 100. Best-selling booster... Okay, here we are. Best-selling booster pack, Double Masters 2022 Draft. Didn't buy any Double Masters, didn't want to give Wizards the money. Best-selling booster box, Battle for Baldur's Gate booster box. Yes, the D&D crossover. I wonder how many of these were purchased for Magic or because of the D&D name attached to it. Best-selling bundle, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Yeah, there was a lot of hype for this, and then it didn't really go anywhere. Kamigawa's already dead and gone by the wayside because they released several other sets after in the same year that no one remembers Kamigawa, so it's kind of funny that it was the best-selling bundle. Best-selling Commander decks, Warhammer 40k, set of 4. Yes, these all sold very well. In fact, sold out, and we were told they would not be being restocked. They were a one-and-done thing. And then Wizards promptly went back on that and stated that they would be restocked. So a lot of people who ended up way overpaying for these with priced-up, markup versions, probably going to be a bit salty when they're re-released early next year. And yeah, that's it. I know I started this part off pretty short and sweet. I guess we can look at the cards real quick, just because it's already short. But I want to get to the next article. So we've got, Arcane Signet from New Capenna. Yeah, Commander staple. Every Commander deck runs one. Same with Sol Ring. Secluded Courtyard from Kamigawa. Alright, that's... I haven't seen anyone run this card in any of my play groups, probably because no one cared about Kamigawa. Once again, just a different version of Sol Ring. Staple. Everyone has it for Commander. It's no surprise. Alright. Dragon's Approach from Strixhaven. Only Strixhaven product we've seen so far. Infernal Grasp. Everyone hated Innistrad Midnight Hunt. In fact, I think I'm the only person that liked Innistrad Midnight Hunt, which is kind of funny, considering how much I've been talking trash. But I did buy stuff from Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Oh, okay, a Commander Legends Command Tower. Once again, another staple. Tamayo's Safekeeping, another Kamigawa card. A different version of Arcane Signet, again, staple card. And Rat Colony, which, yeah, a reprint of Rat Colony. I'll give this. This is a good card. This has probably been the most notable card in this list. But let's go over this actual article. 2023 will be stacked for TCGs. Now, the thing is, while Magic is the only one that I play, there are a lot more and pretty successful TCGs out there. Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Hearthstone, even Disney's coming out with their own Magic clone. So between Magic the Gathering, Lorcana, Pokemon, Digimon, Flesh and Blood, and Battle Spirit Saga, 2023 is looking to be decked out for TCGs. The thing is, all these are selling well. This has been the only underperforming CCG in the game lately, which is funny because it's normally the king. But no, we're seeing stocks fall for Hasbro, but not for any of these others. While I spent most of my time at work talking about Magic the Gathering, I love all trading card games. Magic, Pokemon, Digimon, Flesh and Blood, it doesn't matter. If it's cardboard, randomized, and probably more expensive than it should be, I'm there for it. The back half of 2022 was a bit of a mess thanks to product delays shoving everything into a 3-month window, but 2023 is looking like an exciting time for the medium. Again, maybe for other stuff, not for Magic. We're entering a year that won't be solely defined by the Pokemon Company or Wizards of the Coast, but by new players hoping to make their mark on the TCG space as well, which I'm all for. While I probably won't play them because I just don't have the finances to keep up with a bunch of TCGs, I'm all for other card games coming in and taking their grasp on the market. First, we do need to mention the big boys. Magic the Gathering is gearing up for its 30th anniversary. Oh yeah, because that went so well. And between Phyrexia All Will Be One and March of the Machine, oh right, the Magic 30th 2.0, where they'll be selling $250 box sets with 12 booster packs in them, with only 6 cards per pack. Yeah, this is going to be a bomb. It's set to have one of the biggest stories ever. Planeswalkers are becoming completed left, right, and center, and almost 3 years of world building and storytelling will collide in one big multiversal war. I'm so done with multiverse stuff. The second half of the year is equally rammed, with Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, and the Doctor Who Commander decks will be the biggest test of Magic's recent Universe Beyond crossover. I'm so done with crossovers. Just give us Magic. You don't need to slap other famous properties on the cards to make us buy them. After this year's smaller scale crossovers with Fortnite, Arcane, Street Fighter, Transformers, and Warhammer 40k. Okay, full disclosure, I did buy the Street Fighter ones, mainly because I want to support Capcom, and I don't know if Capcom gets any of that money or not, but I'm a big Capcom fan, so. I'm also especially excited for Wilds of Eldraine and Lost Caverns of Ixalan, giving two Magic's most underrated seconds a new chance at success. My big concern for Magic is it's already played its 30th anniversary hand by releasing Dominaria United, The Brothers War, and January's Dominaria Remastered right at the beginning of it. Really? You're not going to mention their 30th anniversary fail at all? What a biased, bogus article this is. There isn't much else about the year that feels celebratory, almost like the party is over before it even got the chance to begin. It might not be an anniversary year for Pokemon, but the launch of Scarlet and Violet base set in March marks a whole new era for the game. We haven't heard much about Paldea's entrance into the TCG just yet, but what we have seen suggests that it wants to bring playing the game back into the limelight over the collector first play second focus of Sword and Shield. Replacing VMAX and V-Star for EX Pokemon may feel like a step down for fans of full art cards and hot collectibles, but for those who want to shuffle up and play, it could prove to be a return to form. The quicker we get out of Sword and Shield and into Scarlet and Violet's improved quality of life templating and slightly more subdued mechanics, the better. Of course, Pokemon doesn't reveal its expansions as far in advance as Magic, but between Scarlet and Violet and January's Crown Zenith saying goodbye to Galar and Hisui, it's already one of the most exciting years for the TCG in quite a while. Here it is. Now they're going to talk about the new Disney one, which I have mild interest in, but I'm not going to do anything with because I hate Disney and refuse to give them money. You should be like me. It's impossible to talk about TCGs in 2023 and not mention Disney Lorcana. We've only seen 8 cards for it so far, yet it's already amassed a huge community desperate for the smallest morsel of information or glimpse of a card. Its promo release at the D23 Expo was one of the biggest talking points of the entire show, which, considering all the MCU announcements that also happened that weekend, is utterly wild. Lorcana is my most anticipated game of 2023. It's a lot of people's, but it's Disney, so it shouldn't be. We've needed something to shake up the TCG genre for years, and although praising mega conglomerate Disney feels crass, it is. It's exactly the sort of behemoth needed to give Wizards and the Pokemon Company a run for its money. No, we don't want one shitty corporation giving another shitty corporation a run for its money. That's not how this works. We need a good corporation with good product to give them a run for their money. That's why I want to see the support of something like Weiss Schwartz. The art looks incredible. It's playing with well-known characters, and the cards we've seen so far suggest something that has the tactical depth of Magic without being overly buried in mechanics and obscure rule interactions. You don't have to compete with MtG and Pokemon to be interesting, though. Flesh and Blood felt like it finally came into its own in 2022, shedding its image as an exclusive product for speculators to flip and becoming something people want to actually play. Between its World Championship and the belter that was Everfest, Flesh and Blood is in a fantastic place now, and looks like it'll be carrying the energy into 2023 with Outsiders. It's being described as a return to basics for FAB, with an emphasis on melee combat, and it's not had since its original Welcome to Wrath set. Hey, I remember Vmon. Anyone else remember Vmon? I didn't even know that Digimon had a card game that was popular enough to be mentioned in a list like this until we started the list. Finally, Bandai Namco is going to be one to watch next year. It's already had success with the Digimon card game, and it followed it up with the recent international launch of the One Piece card game. Yes, I heard that was pretty good actually, which seems to be doing just as well. Though Digimon has Booster Dimension in February and Across Time in April, next year seems to be all about Battle Spirits Saga, a game you might not have heard of, but one you need to start paying attention to. Launching in April, Battle Spirits already has plenty of fans in Japan, through manga, anime, and video games, as well as cards, and more than enough cards across its 60-plus expansions to keep new international releases coming. Known for its stunning art and interesting resource system, where cores track both your ability to play cards and your life total, this is the first time in over a decade that Bandai has tried to bring the long-running series outside of Japan. Huh. Interesting. I'm not going to support it because I don't care. In fact, I think that looks ugly, but interesting. Bandai has big plans for it too, framing it as a more competitive-focused TCG with complete prize support to encourage local game stores to hold events. Okay, never mind. Anything to support your local game store, I'm a fan of, so this might actually be something to watch. I may have changed my mind with this sentence alone. While Digimon, One Piece, and Dragon Ball Super are all in good places at the moment, Battle Spirit Saga feels like Bandai is finally taking a serious whack at the genre, and I can't wait to get my hands on it and see how it fares. No matter what your poison of choice is, this year is looking like a treat for card nerds. Or if you're like me and just love to guzzle down all the poisons in one big poisonous cocktail, it could prove to be a hectic, expensive, but exciting year. I'm going to need more storage boxes. Well, here is my advice on how you can not spend as much money. Don't buy Magic. And frankly, don't buy Disney Lorcana either, just because it means giving Disney money. Even if the game is good and fun, Disney doesn't deserve it. But really, Wizards really doesn't deserve it. Man, I want that company to burn to the ground until they start listening to their fans. Then maybe we'll piss on them to put the fires out. But until then, screw Wizards of the Coast, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but proxy your own cards. Anyway, that's my opinions on trading card games going into 2023. By all means, tell me what yours are. Let me know in the comments below or on Twitter at BoltTheWord. I'd love to hear from you there. And please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow the channel, so it would mean the world to me. Because this has been Words of Paradise.